Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having water, and tonight I'll be reviewing Body and Soul by Eveland. This is a book I received as an ARC, but of course I'm giving my honest opinion. As a reminder, this is book 4 in the Wayward Son series. I don't think they're technically standalones. There's a lot of indicators. Now, I've read them from the beginning, but there's a lot of indicators in the book that if you haven't read the previous books, you might be scratching your head a little bit. If I'm wrong, definitely look into it more, but I don't think they're standalone, so I would recommend reading them in order. Each book has been really enjoyable. These are the tropes. And these are the content warnings. My rating for this book is a 4.25. So what's this book about? So this book is about Shepard, who is doing everything he can to maintain balance in his life. He's a respectable doctor, a psychiatrist, a dom, a business owner, and a professor. He is also helping out his family with their vigilante business of tracking down criminals who evade justice, all while secretly trying to track down the cult that he grew up in that his sister is still in to locate her. That's a lot for anybody, especially the average person, and he is anything but average. And that's because he has DID, dissociative identity disorder, with 4 alters that he shares his life with. So to say he's burnt out is an understatement. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a submissive or anyone who's caught his eye that he can blow off steam with. That is until he gets a look at Eli, and then sparks just fly. Unfortunately, Shepard believes Eli is too good and too pure, and more importantly, fragile psychologically to handle him and his needs. Now, the reason for his fragile state is due to the fact that he grew up in the same cult that Shepard is from. And what Shepard finds out, at first he wants to exploit him for that connection so that he can track down the cult and find his sister. But the more time he spends with Eli, the deeper and deeper he starts to feel for him and wants him in his life. But the question is, can Eli handle all the challenges that come with being with him and the danger, especially when the monster in Shepard's head wants to come out and play? So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this a 4.25. I was really looking forward to this book because I was definitely intrigued how Shepard and his alters would function and work within a relationship and romance, especially with one of the alters being so unhinged that Shepard's unhinged brothers are cautious around this alter when he comes out to play. And that alter is Cress, who is actually my favorite, maybe even a little bit more than Shepard, but that's not surprising to me considering I love unhinged, single-minded, intense MC, so I was not disappointed when it came to Cress at all. Now, I will say I am not completely familiar with DID, but I do think this book provided a really interesting insight into how, when the mind breaks like this, what the purpose or why the alters are the way they are and how they function or their purpose towards the main personality or main person. I'm sorry if that's not the correct terminology. And then shifting focus to Eli, I really enjoyed him as a character and I wanted to do everything I could to keep him safe. But what was really cool is that he was not just in a relationship with Shepard, the main person, but with the alters as well. And with these alters, they weren't just serving a purpose or protection to Shepard, but also to Eli as well. You had one that gave him protection, another that gave him companionship, one that allowed him to be a kid again, and of course Shepard providing guidance, love, and a relationship that they both just needed. Overall, it was a really interesting depiction and I really enjoyed it. I do think, however, at times the story did drag on a little bit, but I loved everything else that was going on and I really enjoyed it. Again, I gave it a 4.25. It will be available November 21st. Definitely check out this series. I hope you enjoy it and I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.